Welcome to the Stateless Standard, where we hoist the golden torch of liberty against the shadowy machinations of the powerful. Here we stand with the stateless, the people, against the statists who wield science as a weapon of control. I'm your host, and tonight we descend back into one of the darkest pits of state tyranny, the CIA's MK-ULTRA program, and its hair-raising Subproject 68, their quest for ethnic-specific mind control techniques and bioweapons. Do you think silly conspiracy theory when you hear MK-ULTRA? Well, think again. We know a lot about MK-ULTRA. Declassified files, unearthed by relentless FOIA warriors and anthropologists like Orisanmi Burton, paint a picture of unbridled statist evil. Unwitting humans, especially black prisoners and indigenous children, turned into lab rats for behavioral domination. All in the name of national security, of course. Because nothing says freedom like the state erasing your mind to crush resistance. This is educational history, served with the cynicism it deserves. We'll unpack Subproject 68's horrors at Montreal's Allan Memorial Institute, the Rockefeller ties, prison experiments on criminals of color, and the nightmare of race-targeted psychedelics and shocks. From an anarcho-capitalist view, it's the ultimate interventionist blowback. The state monopolizing violence extends to monopolizing your very thoughts. Austrian economics warns of central planning's failures. Here it's human souls planned into submission. Libertarian class analysis? Crystal clear. The powerful elite versus the vulnerable individual, with no consent, no market, just coercion. Buckle up for another expose, torchlit by raw truth. If this awakens you, subscribe, ring that bell. We're arming free minds against the state's endless wars, including the war on your mind. Let's start with the revelation that cracked MK-ULTRA open even wider. Anthropologist Orisanmi Burton, through dogged FOIA requests, linked MK-ULTRA directly to medical torture on indigenous children and black prisoners. The goal? Develop counterinsurgency tactics, psychological warfare, to smash civil rights activism and prison radicalism. In the 1960s and 70s, as black resistance boiled over, the CIA wasn't just spying. They were weaponizing psychiatry to pathologize dissent. Black men labeled schizophrenic for hostility and aggression, conveniently added to the DSM in 1968. Revolutionary views? Mental illness. Refuse prison oppression? You're criminally insane. The state doesn't debate ideas, it drugs and shocks them away. Cynical? Absolutely. The powerful never tolerate challenges from below. At the heart of this abyss, Subproject 68, running from 1957 to 1964 at Montreal's Allan Memorial Institute. Funded secretly by the CIA, led by Dr. Ewen Cameron, a man who dreamed of depatterning the human mind. His method: psychic driving. Drug patients with LSD and paralytics, zap them with electroshock, far beyond therapeutic levels, then bombard them with looped audio tapes for hours, days. Wipe the slate clean, implant new personalities. Cameron bragged it allowed penetration of defenses, extracting secrets or reshaping attitudes. Unwitting patients, many seeking help for depression or anxiety, left as vegetables. Memories erased, identities shattered. All for the state's holy grail, controllable humans. From a libertarian lens, this is the ultimate violation. No voluntary exchange, just forced therapy by monopolists of violence. But Subproject 68 didn't stay in Canada. Fast forward to 1966. New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller, whose family foundation helped build Cameron's Institute, partners with McGill University consultants for research on New York's criminally insane. Officially, to curb recidivism. Unofficially, extend MK-ULTRA horrors stateside, targeting mostly black and minority prisoners. Enter Bruno Cormier, Cameron's colleague, dreaming of a center for juvenile delinquency with genetics labs, endocrinology, sociology, to bridge youth crime to adult criminality. They picked Dannemora State Hospital near the Canadian border, a perfect playground. Guards trained in hypnosis and aversion therapy, inmates gagging as they reenacted crimes under duress. One observer called it revolting. They assembled 50 of the worst inmates, hardened, troublesome, subjected them to a year of depatterning, reduced to kindergarten level, then resocialized. Result? Only 2 recidivated. Success? Or broken souls reprogrammed into compliance? Dr. Douglas Lipton later testified, it obliterated identities, molded obedient subjects. The state is God, rewriting human code. McGill's Ernest Poser joined the fray, injecting sociopaths with adrenaline, then shocking them to test fear responses. One student proposed strapping prisoners to ECT machines for a rigged competition. Losers shocked at winners' chosen voltage. Pure sadism, masked as science. Then Attica 1971, inmates riot against overcrowding, racism, disgraceful conditions. Rockefeller orders a massacre. State troopers storm in, killing 43 prisoners and hostages alike. Partnership with McGill ends abruptly. But the Hydra regrows. Dannemora becomes the RX program, targeting inmates who incite, agitate, provoke radicalism. Behavior mod for political ends, counterinsurgency in cells. A 1974 committee called it evoking brainwashing camps of totalitarian societies. Spot on. Now the ethnic bioweapon angle, the most terrifying. Declassified files in military journals reveal the CIA probed race-specific reactions to drugs like LSD and BZ. Why? To craft mind control tools hitting certain groups harder. A 1970 Military Review article by Carl Larson hailed ethnic weapons, exploiting enzyme deficiencies in Asians for poisons Caucasians resist. He pushed testing LSD variants on different populations. WW2 precedents, U.S. Army gassing its own Black, Asian, Puerto Rican troops to gauge differential effects. MK-ULTRA disproportionately targeted Black Americans. Disproportionate not by accident, but design. Burton's work suggests deliberate, quell Black resistance with tailored psywar. Experts once dismissed racial focus as mere opportunism, prisons full of minorities. But files say otherwise. Specific interest in varying responses across races. The state pursuing genocide light. Not kill, but control selectively. From Austrian eyes, it's central planning's hubris. Treating humans as variables in a statist equation. Externalities be damned. Libertarian class war, elites engineering submission from the underclass. MK-ULTRA ended in 1973. Helms burned the files amid Watergate fears, but echoes linger. Pathologized dissent, mass incarceration as control. Pharma empires born from these labs. Did ethnic bioweapons fizzle? Or evolve into subtler forms, modern psyops, big tech censorship, mandated meds? The powerful never relinquish tools of domination. What can we do? Reject the state's monopoly on science and security. Build voluntary networks, agorist, parallel societies where consent is king. Educate, resist pathologization of freedom. The golden torch burns for sovereign individuals, not reprogrammed serfs. If this enraged or enlightened you, please like, share, and comment. Have you ever felt the state's mind game? Subscribe. We expose the state 3 times each week. Torch high, minds free. This is the Stateless Standard.